Welcome, greetings, konnichiwa, sanbonani, dumelang, whatever you want to say. It's me, Anthony Bila, otherwise known as the Expressionist, and I'm hosting the next episode of the 10 and 5 web show. Episode 3. It's going to be fun, and it's still free. This week on the show, we have Thomas Chapman, no relation to Tracy, of local studio, Architects Extraordinaire. We also check out Prawn, which is a restaurant in Linden, superb food. And of course, we check out what happened in the streets of Johannesburg. This week in Spaces, we visit Emma Chain's new restaurant in Linden by the name of Prawn.
Okay, this is Prawn, People's Republic of Noodles. Why the name? Because it sounds like porn. Anyway, let's come through. Can I show you everything we do here? I want to rebuild the environment I grew up with. My childhood food, the setting from my childhood, even the tablecloth, we got all the way from China. Bright, maybe people think it's tacky, but that's home feel. If we come in here, every single thing we do, we paid a lot of attention to. And look at that, I'm very proud of that shelf. We put all the little gadgets there, toys I used to play even. Things that from China, cheap and cheerful. And now, I don't know if you can see this. Ear of the monkey. So we sold something that monkeys to put here. So we all know it's a new year now. And the color, don't look at this as just something we pick up. This is from the movie, The Grandmaster. And I love the mood in the movie. So we want to use this, and we managed to make it balance with the rest of the red. And when I see this poster, the little red army singing in a choir, I couldn't stop laughing. So that one was so favorite for us. Again, we want to rebuild that era, almost like the mass hysteria. And all the wooden furniture is handmade especially for us. Again, it's from that era. It's not a modern design, and we put our logo there, of course. And even the bowls we use, these are so old-fashioned bowls. You can't find them anymore. So everything we do, you can see we had so much fun doing it. You know, I've been in Hyde Park for the past 20 years, running Red Chamber. So there, you really can't do much without their interference. So here we had freedom to do whatever we like. So I really try to recreate the feeling of the age, the era that I grew up with. And the food, let's look at the menu. What a pleasure, so simple. It's all street food items. Because you're supposed to just go by, pick up an item, chop, 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 and that's a meal. The same as the noodles, you can even stand up, pick up a bowl, slosh your way through, and that's a meal. And I want that to be re-experienced by the customers here. I hope you had a great lunch just now. I don't know if you noticed. The food is not only tasty, but the texture is equally amazing. When you come here, the flavor and the bite in your mouth is something unique. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming here. Thank you.
So, last week we went to the Orbit in Johannesburg to check out the Freedom Amandla Ensemble, and of course, one of our previous guests on the couch, Caroline Leisegang at the Circa Gallery with her stellar performance.
Tell me you can feel this open invitation. I know it isn't real, but we're so good at escaping. Yeah, 'cause we're so vacant. All we want is fast love. We're so tainted, we'll never get enough. So tell me I'll see ya later. Come and pick me up. I'll be You hit me like a gold-plated hammer, cooling in the moonlight. Boy, we got just one night. Oh, if you wanna, always on the run from who we were, who we become. Yeah. And I know you won't be there. I know you won't be there when it all comes undone. Oh, but we got this moment. Take my hand and hold on.
This week on the couch, we have Thomas Chapman of Local Studio talking about Design Indaba, architecture, aesthetics, and the beauty of buildings.
Hi guys, welcome to 10 and 5 on the couch. Today we're with Thomas Chapman from Local Studio. My name is Jordan Koen. I'm the editor, the video editor of 10 and 5. So here we go for today's interview. Hi Tom.
Hi,
Can we call you Tom or is Thomas better?
Thomas fine.
Tom, your background is in architecture and your company is in architecture. Can you tell us more about what you guys do?
Okay, we're an architecture and urban design firm.
Mm-hmm.
We specialize in mostly in Johannesburg work. We like complex urban projects. So that's kind of our focus. So we have a range of work in our office from sort of what we call social infrastructure. So projects like schools and community centres and things like that. They're kind of gem projects in the office, and then we've got a whole spectrum of work between that and quite big scale urban design frameworks. So
Okay, and you guys are based in Brixton, huh?
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, just up the road. And you guys find being in that environment stimulate you guys more?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's I kind of fell into Brixton. You know, there's an interesting community of artists and architects living there, and you know, it's kind of the only place you can, as a graduate, you can actually afford to buy a house. So if you're not going to buy a Summercon house, so that's I lived there for a few years, and then sort of just invariably ended up establishing my office there. And yeah, I think I wouldn't move. I think the kind of work we do, we kind of constantly we face with similar urban situations to what we face, you know, in Brixton. So if we were in Rosebank or Sandton, I think it wouldn't make sense.
So you'll be going to Design Indaba, which is happening next week, and you're going to be giving a speech. Can you tell us what you plan to do, or are you excited? How do you feel?
So yeah, I'm very excited. I think I've been going to Indaba for quite a few years. So since I used to work for a firm and they were big Indaba fans. My sort of role or my kind of speech at Design over this year is sort of, I think I was invited in the context of some of the other two speakers that are there, international speakers, and I think what Ravi and the organisers maybe were looking for was to try and find a kind of local sort of, not version, but find somebody who's exploring similar ideas in the local scene to some of the speakers that are there this year. So, you know, you've got guys like Assemble Studio, so Fujimoto, and they're all kind of they're doing interesting things, moving away from quite standard sort of readings and understandings of architecture, and they're kind of you know, looking at the whole the practice of architecture in a very different way. And I think I like to think that we're doing something quite similar.
So thank you very much for coming to sit with us today and talking to us about everything and your business, which is very interesting, and like I learned something today. Thank you very much. Thanks guys for tuning in today. We'll be coming back next week with our next host. If you're at Design Indaba, please come check out Thomas. He'd really appreciate it, and we'd really appreciate it. Thanks guys. Bye.
Cool. So my favorite article of last week was the Jet Love Yourself campaign, more so for celebrating women of all shapes and sizes and reminding you to love yourself despite what advertising might tell you, because it's the big bad wolf. Cool. So if you're feeling a little dull, bored and uninspired, we have what you need, and we will proceed to give you what you need. We've got some creative events happening in Joburg and Cape Town that are going to be fun galore, so check them out. First up in Johannesburg, we have at Constitutional Hill, Thursday the 18th of February, the exhibition called No Holding Bars. Brothers Sam and Joe Turpin doing their first collaborative exhibition. This weekend, the 20th and the 21st of February, make sure you check out the Dark Arts Republic exhibition for young and talented artists of all kinds. It's going to be at the Factory on Grant. Check it out. So make sure you're at WAM or the Wit Arts Museum 20th of February to check out the Family Talkabouts Satellite Cities exhibition for the whole family. So, moving swiftly along from Johannesburg to Cape Town, it's Design Indaba week. Make sure from the 17th of February, you're there, 60 Mill Street in Gardens. So, 10 and 5's very own travel exhibition is in Cape Town. Make sure you're there on the 18th of February in Woodstock to check it out. From the 19th of February, make sure you get yourself to the Cape Town International Convention Center. How's that for alliteration? And if you're wondering what we're doing there, of course, it's the Cape Town Art Fair. And that's all she wrote, folks. Thank you for having me at 10 and 5. The name is Anthony Bila, also known as the Expressionist. Make sure you check out the music video by Batuk. It's called Daniel. And make sure you tune in next week. It only gets better and bigger and better.